Go.
Here we are with Thom Jennings. We're going to discuss and give you a quick recap on what happened at Artpark this year with the lineup. What did you think of the lineup and how did you review it?
Well, you know, Artpark has kind of gone back to their bread and butter on Tuesday nights, going back to the classic rock model. As expected, I mean, Leonard Skinner came, consistent. They kind of do the same show, but people still show up for it. They enjoy it. Tears for Fears finally made it here on a Tuesday night. It was as good as can be expected.
On a Wednesday.
It was a Wednesday, yeah, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. We have an unusual Tuesday show. And I think actually, you know, you bring up a good point because without the Coors Light Wednesdays, really Tuesday has taken on a little bit of a different feel to it. Again, kind of deferring back to more of the classic rock model, but absorbing a couple of those acts that they wouldn't necessarily have had if they had the Wednesday series. You know, and as far as highlights, that 5440 show with Randy Bachman where they had the bomb scare, that was kind of neat, a little bit. I mean, it wasn't at the time, it was scary, obviously, but something a little unusual. I thought both bands really stepped up after a kind of a challenging evening, and Bachman wanted playing a little bit later than normal, so that was a bit unusual. And, you know, yeah, I mean, Jethro Tull, another one, never been here before. I thought that show was really interesting, very artsy, very eclectic, a great fit for a place like Artpark.
What about Blondie and Garbage? How'd you enjoy that one?
You're feeding me that one because you liked that show, didn't you? I thought Blondie did a really good job. I've never seen Garbage before. You know, Blondie in the last 4 or 5 years, and especially since they were inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame, they've kind of stepped up their game as a live act. I mean, they're really just a great act to see. So I expected them to be great. It was nice to see them as a headliner. They had a full production. I thought the production was really, really nice. And you know, that's kind of like the catch-22 because I prefer to see artists under the stars. Unfortunately, in the early part of the season, you get to see a lot of shows, you know, in the light. You know, I should mention Government Mule too because I thought Government Mule played incredible. It was an incredible show. It was a marathon performance. They were just super tight, super fun to listen to. And you know, that's about it.
It's hard to believe the season's over after tonight's show. Who do you want to see here next year? Who would be a good fit for this venue?
Well, you know, Nerds Gone Wild just got off the stage. They played a lot of stuff from some of these 80s bands. I mean, we see a lot of these 70s bands that are still kind of kicking around. I think they're sort of going to have to eventually be phased out, pull in some of the 80s bands. Kind of a wish list. You know, I'd love to see Journey. I mean, Journey's not. I don't know where Journey is at as far as playing a venue this size. I think they can still play some of the larger venues and get the higher ticket price. If John Wetton was alive, would love to see Asia. I don't really know how they are with Billy Sherwood right now. And if he could Triumph back together, how cool would that be to see a band like that? Maybe some acts from the 80s, some package deals. You know, Duran Duran would be a good one. Simple Minds, they did some Simple Minds today. I think Simple Minds would be a good fit. And, you know, so actually, I'll tell you one I'd really like to see, which I think would be perfect for here, is Squeeze. I think Squeeze, it would, you know, 80s band. They were really melodic. I think they'd fit really well here at Artpark. They tour fairly regularly, and I think that they'd be a great fit for this venue.
Yeah, I think ELO would be a perfect fit as well.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't really played anywhere for years.
Yeah. I agree with ELO. That would be a great one. I think that's a little tougher because they don't really get out that much.
John Kay and Steppenwolf up in a few minutes.
Well, it looks like we're getting ready for John Kay here. So,
and you know, Joey and I were born to be wild. I mean, look at us.
Clear over to the left of the stage in front of the green trailers. John Kay and Steppenwolf Merchant.